and distinguished friends and colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, I will say that I'm a very practical person. I've learned over the years so many things. I've been established, like I said, in the UK, first African children organization, and also the similar in Africa with a orphanage. What I could state here is that I had to leave the issue of working with children. I could support any organization working with children, but I've seen that all over the world we don't care about children. As a founder of the uh, Africa Asia Scholars Global Network and the Global Economic Forum, my merit more is about policy. Give example, Africa is not poor. It's a very rich continent, but the problem is about policy. Similarly, what happens around us is also about policy. We could see the COVID, the way it's been taken in many countries. We realize that the problem is something about policy, the advices you get. So the basics there is that we all know that the structures are not working. We're all doing great things, to be honest. But if we don't establish sustainable structures, we're not going to go far. So what we do as an organization, and particularly in 2015, 2013, there was a meeting, a high-level panel set up by the United Nations with the president of Indonesia, then David Cameron as the prime minister, and also where the president of Indonesia, Indonesia, Liberia, and UK. And they came up with one point, renewed global partnership, people-centered policies. Those are the two key things that can save this world. But unfortunately, the UN got everything wrong and came up with 17 goals in 2015. And that's part of if I go to a report, because every 2 years, as a signatory to the United Nations, we have online our report. The last one was in March 28th last year. And at the moment too, we presented our documents to the UN Secretary General on how we could deal with this. If we don't deal with this, a lot of them are doing great things, to be honest with you. But what we're trying to do is how do we have that enabling foundation, enabling structures that can help change things. Remember, when we talk about youths, we forget one fact. Majority of us were, those who are probably in 60 or 70 today, 30 years ago, they were youths, 40 years ago, they were youths. But what happened? Society said what it is. So if we expect the youths, it is us that have to try to create that enabling. If you don't have enabling institutions and structures, and we need to try and see how can we do that. So while everybody is doing different in different ways, we need to partnership. Partnership is a fact that building trust. Imagine that even the UN itself, the immediate past president of the General Assembly of the United Nations, his remit for his year was just to build on trust. If 75 years we're trying to build trust under United Nations, you understand where we are. It's a sorry state, to be honest with you. So the major point is how, if you're on mental health, if you're on issue of sociology or social development, economic, whatever, find partners that are in the same areas. This is what the UN missed, because the 17th goal, which is partnership, should have been the foundation, because there's no foundation at the moment. So if we don't try to lay that foundation for change, we're all going to see that all the things we're doing is just going to fall apart.